Well, Jeremy, it's your dad. I'm going to try to make this fairly short. You blocked me on Facebook. I called and left a message at Bosie's, but I still haven't heard anything from you. Maybe you didn't read the message. You blocked me shortly after I had a conversation with Chris and your mom. I did a video chat with Chris, and your mother was there also, and it was quite obvious that they both had been partaking of alcohol, something which I was pretty good at. That's why my liver is shot right now. And it started out like, oh, you're not George Stevens, you're a phony, he's dead, you're just trying to get his Social Security retirement account. I'm thinking, geez. Well, anyway, eventually I discontinued the video because it wasn't really worth carrying on with that struggle and trying to communicate with the two of them. So then after that, when your mother was kind of out of the picture, I just verbally, or just by typing messages back and forth to Chris, we still continued to have a Facebook Messenger conversation. And I mentioned things that I thought could prove my identity that would be something that a robot or somebody trying to hack someone's account wouldn't be able to find on the internet. Like things like Chris always running out of gas, you know, and when he ran out of gas with his Mustang, and I was parked along the edge of the Vestal Parkway, and he ended up calling Aaron Marcus's mom. She came out, they tried to start the car, and luckily, shortly thereafter, when they weren't next to the car, somebody rear-ended the Mustang, and it was totaled. And then Chris had the white Volkswagen Golf. I think it was the Golf. Yeah. After that, always having problems with the starter on it. You had several cars. I remember one time when you had the Honda. You had, I think you had an Accord sedan. And I remember that when Joanne was your girlfriend, I can't remember her last name, but her dad's name, I believe, was Gary. I think they lived in Appalachian, and I think that you met her when you were working at Bradley's. I know you had worked at a couple of different places in the Oakdale Mall. I think one of them might have been KB. It was some kind of a toy shop. And also, you were always very ambitious. You worked at a card store on Upper Front Street, which was not far from where Sam the Beer Man's place was. And I know that you used to buy cards and you would know what pack a particular card was in, you know, like maybe the Cal Ripken mistake when the "fuck you" was written on the bottom of the bat or whatever. And then you got quite a valuable Derek Jeter rookie card. And you ended up, I think, mailing it to a guy, and he sent you the money for it. And I can't imagine what it would be worth if you had it today. I think at one time you may have had a Ricky Henderson card that was a minor league card from the Ogden A's. I remember when Johnny Randall was in trouble. I think his nickname, I think they called him Jake the Snake, and he was in trouble because he was in a car accident in Florida. Claims it wasn't his fault, and maybe it wasn't. A girl was killed in it, and then I think for some reasons he was kind of like under a house arrest, and he couldn't leave his house. So you ended up being a very loyal friend and visiting him like frequently. And Ron Randall, his dad, was so appreciative that he gave you a job selling cars. So what I want you to know is that I will not embarrass you on Facebook. And if you don't want to talk to me because you're angry and hurt over the issue of the divorce and my behavior at hockey games, all that stuff, all that crap. That's fine. But if it's because you think that it's not the real me and you block me because you think someone phony is pretending to be me, I think that by the end of this video, you'll know it's me. And you were the one that reached out first. I tried to reach out to Chris back in 2014, and Chris wouldn't reply. But you replied, and you may have been a bit saddened because you had broken up with Carrie, a girl that you were with for a real long time, and you said like that the relationship got kind of messy, and it was ironic because your new girlfriend was Janet. And we had a couple more conversations after that I can see on Facebook Messenger. But now all of a sudden, you don't want communication. And I say, I will respect that and understand that. But if it's because you think that there was a phony that was pretending to be me, that's not the case. And I don't know how many months I have. I'm doing well. Lab work is good, but there's nothing that can repair a damaged liver except a new one. And there's certainly no way I'm going to be able to get a liver transplant here. And at the age of 72, it's not necessarily the best thing to do because it could be a risky operation anyway. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to send this through a new Facebook account on Facebook Messenger, or whether I'm going to have Casey Horrigan Lockett deliver it to you. I can send it to her cell phone, and she can bring her cell phone to your place or to the fireside or whatever, and then show the video to you, and then you can make that determination and tell her. You can say to her, please tell my dad that I don't want any communication, and I'll be hurt, but it will be something that I have to accept. I mean, I've accepted the fact that I have a